Welcome back, everyone. Today we have a full body routine. We're going to start with a little warm up just to get the heat building in our bodies, and then we're going to get into a series of full body exercises. Today we are challenging our coordination and our balance. We are strengthening and mobilizing all body parts, all muscles and tissues. Let's get started. We are going to start with one of my favorite warm-up moves is our full body sunshines. So if you'd like, just start with your arms, making big circles. Just letting our bodies know that we're about to move. Maybe notice some stickiness in the shoulders. Is there any area on the left or the right side that is notably more restricted? And maybe hold that position for an extra breath or an extra second. Or just have more awareness in that particular range. And notice I'm starting to bend at my hips a little bit more as we go on here. So start involving some of the bigger muscle groups like our glutes. A little mini forward fold, pushing through our heels when we come back up. And we're gonna go right into just walking on the spot here. Giving our arms a little bit of a break, but we still want to build that heart rate up.
Hey, I'm so glad you found this video. I'm Justine, the founder of Inclusive Movement, where my goal is to help people live healthier, happier lives through guided movement. At Inclusive Movement, we have helped thousands of people of all ages and all abilities accomplish just that. If you're enjoying this video, you might want to check out my courses and community with the link below in the description. There you'll find hundreds of videos just like this one and a supportive community full of people that are also on their wellness journey. I hope to see you there. Now back to the video.
This routine is great when you want to get in a little burst of cardio, a full body movement to reduce stiffness that might be building up. You'll notice in this session, we're combining a few exercises together. So this is a great one for practicing more complicated, more complex movements. Okay, we're gonna get into some arm circles here. So let's start off with big arm circles forwards. Your choice if you want to add some movement with the feet. Okay, let's go backwards, big circles. And let's shrink those circles a little bit and go back to forward. So just tiny little motions. I feel my arms already burning. And backwards, tiny little motions. Okay, from the top, we're gonna go back to those sunshines. Try to increase the range of motion here. So big circles with your arms, maybe extend back and fold forward. Big circles. Extend back, fold forward. Challenge yourself, breathe in here, fill your belly, and back down. And into that walk. We're gonna speed it up a little bit here. You might break a sweat today. If you need support today, anything we do, just hang on to the back of a chair or a countertop. Maybe go off the support for a little bit, back on, just play around, see what feels good for you today. Okay, let's get back to those arm circles. So little circles forward, little circles backwards, and big circles forward, big circles back. And here too, if you find there's an area of restriction in your shoulders, maybe just, play around with that range a little bit. Stay there for an extra second, take an extra breath. Good, and back to the start. We have one more little round here. So big sunshines. Maybe fold all the way down. Look all the way up. Good. Back, walking on the spot a little quicker now. Maybe turn that into more of a march. Try lifting your knees up, see if that feels good. Try lifting your knees up using support, see if that feels okay. Okay, and our last little round here with our arm circles. Let's go little circles forward. Maybe speed it up a little bit. And backwards. Good. Big circles now. Start rotating your wrists, feeling a stretch down all the way to your hands. And backwards, creating big circles with your hands. Good, okay, shake it out, grab a drink if you need it. We're gonna get into our next series of 7 exercises. So we're going to start with a split stance. So this will be a learning moment for a lot of us here, and we're going to challenge our balance. So I highly recommend using support for this one here, just to start at least. So let's start with our left foot forward and our right foot back. Just get comfortable in this staggered position. So if already this feels a little tippy or off balance, I want you to spread your feet wider apart. So if this is uncomfortable, maybe just create more distance between your feet, just widening the base. Okay, so we're gonna stand here with our support. And all we're going to do here is lean forward and come back up. Lean forward and come back up. If it feels more comfortable, you can have more of a bend in that back knee. Lean forward, come back up. So if you're not using support today, maybe hands at the hips, hands out to the side, lean forward, come back up. Okay, just a couple more on this side, and then we're going to switch. Okay, so let's bring our right foot forward, left foot back. Take a second to get your comfort zone here. This is about learning and really starting with the basics for our balance, and we'll add on to it later on. So widen that base if you need to. Bend that back knee if that feels good. We're leaning forward, coming back up. Leaning forward, coming back up. So it depends on what's going on in your body, where you're going to feel this mostly. You might feel your right or your front foot in the glute area working hard, okay? As you push back up, you might feel an intense stretch on the back of your back leg. So lean into whatever you want to with this today. So if you want more of a strengthening goal today, really push that heel and push yourself back up and build heat in that glute and that front hip. If your body's telling you that it loves that hamstring stretch in the back of the leg and the back foot, then just lean into that, maybe hold it for a few seconds and come back up. Okay, so take a little break here. We're going to make this slightly more challenging. So let's go back to our left foot out front. Our back foot is going to be planted on the ground with a little bit of an angle, so the toe is facing outward. Okay, so find that comfortable position with your lower body. So you might want to bend in both knees, you might bend in the front leg, you might bend in the back leg. Just find what's comfortable for you. All we're going to do is take our opposite arm, do a nice little rainbow, follow with your hand, follow your hand with your eyes, slowly bring it back. So here we're working on our balance, our coordination, but also our full body rotation. So this is a really gentle way to mobilize the spine, because we're not only moving the spine in a rotational movement, but we're opening up the chest and the ribs, which when our chest and our ribs hold tension, since that's what's attached to the spine, that can be sometimes what's holding us back from that rotational mobility in the torso. Okay, one more here. Nice job. And we're going to switch sides. So our right foot's coming out. If you need to shake that out, shake it out. Right foot comes up front, left foot behind. Again, the toe is facing outward. I'm just going to move my chair over here so you can see. Okay, so first things first, let's just establish a comfortable, balanced position here. Okay, chest tall, little rainbow with that opposite arm. Okay, looking back, getting a little mobility into the neck, reaching with your fingertips to behind you. You might even feel this down the arm. And we're also working our hip mobility here as well. Sometimes it's as simple as moving with your toes facing outward. Just a couple more here. Good, and shake that out. Good job. That one can be really challenging. And next up, we have a wide stance squat and a shoulder press. So our feet are wider than hip distance apart. Okay, toes are facing outward. I'm going to show a supported version of this as well. So first thing we want to think of is a tall chest and pushing our hips behind us, keeping our weight in our heels. So three things: chest up, pushing our hips back, keeping the weight in our heels. So maybe wiggle your toes just to make sure. You're going to push yourself back up. Feel free to use the support with your hands. Once we're up, take your hands off the support, press up to the ceiling or in front of you, whatever feels good today. Hands back down, squat, and maybe it's just a quarter squat today, half a squat. Hands come up or forward. Hands back down. We're strengthening our lower body here, mobilizing our lower body. If it feels good for you, you can pick up the pace. You can lose that support altogether. So a little squat and press. A little squat and press. Almost there. Nice work. Okay, shake out those legs. Great job so far. You guys are doing awesome. A lot of challenging moves today. Next up, using support, we're going to take our right foot, bring it back, bending the knee, pushing the heel up to the ceiling. Today, that might only look like a tiny little motion for you. That's totally great. Bring the foot back down, and you're going to take that same arm and punch forward, taking a little rotation in the entire body. Okay, so I'll do that again nice and slow. Heel comes up. Push the heel up, bring it back, set it down, punch forward, little bit of a rotation through the body. Okay, let's switch to the other side. So heel comes up, push it back, bring it forward, land, same side, punch slightly across. Let's do one more on this side. Heel comes back, up and down, punch across. Now we're going to alternate sides. Okay, here we go. Heel comes up, push the heel back, back to starting position, punch across. Other side now, heel comes up, push back, back to starting position, down, punch across. If you're finding you're still tipping over, bring your standing foot closer to the center of your body and the center of your support. Okay. Heel goes back, back to starting position, punch across. Take your time, shift it over. Heel comes up, back to starting, punch across. Let's do one more each side. Back to starting, punch across. Last one here. Heels back to starting, and punch across. Nice job. Okay, next up we're giving our lower body a break. Bring your arms to either side, a nice T position. If already that's sore on your shoulders, bring your arms down a little bit or bend your elbows. All we're doing here is pushing up, so palms towards the ceiling. Keep going. I already feel a burn. This is great for mobilizing the chest all the way down to the hand. If you think about it, a lot of our days consist of positions like this, where we're caved in front of us. Our arms are rotated over, whether we're doing work on a computer, on our phones, on our computers. So it's really, our body loves when we give it an opportunity to do the opposite of that. Promoting blood flow down the arm, opening up the upper ribs, collarbone area. There are so many important structures that run from the head and neck all the way down the arm that can get really compressed with long hours of working in front of us. Keep it going. This is our last move of the day. Let's end it off with tiny little pulses here. Just 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shake it out. We're just going to do a little cool down move here. Grab opposite elbows with your hands, and we're just doing a gentle rotation. Just quiet down the breath. My heart rate got up there in that session, so just cooling the body down. You might notice that you feel nice and mobile through the spine, nice and solid on your feet, and let it go. Great job, guys. Come back to this video lots. We did a lot of new things, some more complicated exercises. These are things that we can continue to build on. Try the more difficult variations as you go on, and we will see you next time.